Right then, everyone, it's that time of the week again, isn't it? A Sunday afternoon, so it's time for another stream from my channel, HEMR Railway. Do remember to subscribe and like the stream if you are enjoying it, and if you could share a video or two of mine, some you know, that would be most appreciated, as it really does help to elevate and grow the channel. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to another stream from HEMR Railway. Today, it's the second servicing stream. There won't be another servicing stream after this for a long while, just because we have had two in 2 weeks running, so next week will be a normal running train Sunday stream. But today we have some more engines to fix. We have A4 Golden Eagle, which we didn't have a chance to move on to last week from servicing the 66, and the 66 has been behaving itself this week. And if we finish Golden Eagle, then we'll also move on to the Airfix 4F, which has got a gear and a traction tyre problem. So we'll see if we can move on to the Airfix 4F today. But if we don't have a chance to move on to the Airfix 4F, then I will just service this in my own time. I won't move on to another stream next week. So I shall move that out of the way because we're only moving on to that one we've done with Golden Eagle. Please do let me know in the chat if audio and video is all okay. Can you see Golden Eagle and can you hear me? Please do bear in mind that comments from the live chat take a while to come through to StreamYard, and also my stream takes a while to come through from StreamYard to YouTube. So if there is any delay for about a minute or so in me seeing your comments, then just wait, just be patient. And if it's any longer than that, then of course you can post them a day. As always, today's stream should be, as always, about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes long. It might be going on for a bit longer today. I've got up until 6 o'clock this evening. It just depends how far we get on with obviously servicing Golden Eagle on the Airfix Fowler 4F. And it just depends on how much we get done and what we end up talking in the chat. So maximum time today is probably about an hour 45 and going till 6 o'clock. So I shall roll the intro and I'll see you all again in about 45 seconds. Right then, everyone, we're back from the intro, so it's time to say hello to some people in the comments. Hello to Miranda Cosgrove, and of course, on the main line, he's in here. Miranda said, wow, a J50, always wanted one of them. I think the model shed has one the same. Can we see yours running, please? Funnily enough, that intro was made before I sold my J50 to the model shed. The J50 that the model shed has got is actually my J50. It was on, I put it on my eBay, and he bought it off me on the eBay, so it's actually my old one, so I don't actually have that J50 anymore, but you never know, I might end up with a new one. On the main line, obviously, you're here. Pony Kid's here. Good evening, Pony Kid. Some interesting conversations going on in the comments there that I won't read for the sake of not getting demonetized on YouTube. Anyway, we are servicing Golden Eagle again today. Now, if I get the sponge, here's the servicing sponge for stuffing your engines in like that, leaving your hands free. I always had a problem with getting oil all over the engines because I used to have to sort of balance it in one hand and unscrew it. So I've taken a sponge, thanks to OO Bill. You did a video on that, didn't you? So before, as you can see here, I have done some slight modifications. I don't know how well you can see that. But the screw that goes into the chassis there has got a bit of metal coming out of it, and then I've soldered to that a wire that then goes to the tender drawbar connection that also goes to the tender and also makes the connection from loco to tender a bit better. Now, I have done that before, but that still hasn't fixed the problem. It's only fixed one wire's problem, so obviously connection from here to the tender is good, but connection from the other side of the tender wheels to the tender is actually a bit dodgy because I haven't been able to get the tender block out of the tender chassis. Don't know why, that's just how it is, but I have made some modifications Obviously, you can see I've added a bit of metal there to get current collection from one side of the loco wheels to the tender. Good in that sense. So we've obviously bridged the wire over, so connection on that wire is good. But because it's a tender drive, one side of electricity is picked up from the loco and sent to the tender, and then the other side is from the tender, from one of the tender wheels. Is in, obviously, the tender wheels here pick up current to the other side. So one side goes from loco to tender, and the other side goes from other side of the tender wheels to there. So it's a bit odd, but that's just how HEMR tender drives works. We've improved it with these wires all going here. And as you can see, I've also bridged a wire directly from that drawbar to the motor, but also we've still got the pin just so we aren't ragging the wires too much. So that did work. I did that on an earlier stream, or I did it in a video, I think, or I might have done it by myself without recording. But we are going to see if we can get the tender motor block out of the tender chassis to pop the wheels off, and so we can squeeze, so we can get everything apart, and so we can clean the axles. So that is what we're going to be doing today. It might not work how I hope it will happen, but we shall see. And Pete Clark is back in the chat. Hello, Pete. Ooh, wrong comment. Welcome back, Pete. Nice to see you here. Hope you're doing okay. Nice to see your video earlier as well. Very good to see you back. And yeah, good to hear you. Good to hear you. And good to see you back in the streams, Pete. Very nice to see you here. Miranda said, hi, Pete, heard a lot about you. Yeah, we were discussing you early in the stream, Pete, hoping you'd be in the stream, and lo and behold, you are. So, as usual, we have 3 cameras today. We've got the main one looking down on the bench. We've got camera 2, the side view onto the bench there. You can probably see the other camera up here, actually. And then we've got the track view for the 4th radius line mainly, because that's the testing track for today's stream. So, yeah, all 3 cameras. We'll try to utilise all of them today. So, first thing to do, I'm not going to unsolder all of this because I know it works. In fact, I will actually. I'm going to have to unsolder. I was going to completely disassemble this modification. Obviously, I've got wires in the way here. I was going to desolder the red wire from there and there, but I've realised if I just desolder the black wire, then I can just pull this off and it'll be nice and free. Pete Clark says, thanks, George. You're most welcome, Pete. We've got 5 viewers now and just 10 minutes into stream, so really not doing too bad there. Haven't actually turned my soldering iron on, which is a bit of a failure, so we'll have to wait for that to warm up. And it is quite warm up the loft today, so if you hear me drinking, then, well, that's what it is. Whoops. I think I've just pressed a button there. There we are. This soldering iron shouldn't take long to warm up. But hopefully we get 2 more engines in good condition today. I'll just check I've shut the spare bedroom door. Which I have, so that's good. Because it's very warm up here. That's... Oh god, something else has just broken. That's the extension cable falling off the hooks. Anyway, that's back on. Right, soldering iron should be warmed up. Let's test it by melting the end of the solder. Not quite. I don't think it's far off because it... Miranda says, be careful up in the attic. I heard from one of my friends in the UK. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, there were a lot of thunder around yesterday night, about 9:30 to 10:30. That was quite bad. I imagine there'll be more today because it's been hot again, hasn't it? It's been really, really bad. On the mainline says it's chucking it down. It's not chucking it down where I am, but it probably will come. And Pete Clark there is saying, we had thunder last night. Yeah, so did we. And it was chucking it down here early, but it all seemed to dry up really quickly. But I'm expecting another storm tonight. Anyway, let's unsolder this wire. I've learnt my lesson of not using my fingers to hold the wire because that's how I end up with burnt fingers, which is not something you want. Oh! Did you hear that? It's just thundered. I don't know if you heard that, but literally as soon as I finished talking about thunder, it just thundered then. I don't know if you heard that on camera. You might want to rewind and turn your volume right up. But it's just made an almighty thunder. What a coincidence. It is now thundering where I am. So, yeah, this could make for an interesting stream, couldn't it? Anyway, that's unsoldered. On the main line says thunder, so you did hear it. Very good. We'll take the loco away from now because that's all sorted. All the axles in here are all cleaned out, so that's the loco is the best it can be, really, and especially with the modifications I've made. I think okay. Yes, I think my slight jumpiness from being excited at the thunder caused this camera to fall over, so let's rectify that. Your Wi-Fi might go down. Yeah, if my Wi-Fi does go down, of course, I'll try and get the stream back up and running as quickly as possible. But if it goes down for sort of any longer than 5-10 minutes, then I'll just end the stream. So if my stream cuts off randomly or you just get a grey screen and there's no audio or video, then that'll be why. Anyway, it's all exciting, isn't it? Thunder and that. Let me just get me the screwdriver. So we need to open the tender. I also stuck a lot of weight in this tender just to provide a bit more. I know obviously the tender's very heavy, but I wanted to provide some more downforce onto the track so the connection from the wheels was a bit better. So I'll try not to disturb the weights in there because they took ages to get in. Screwdriver can go there. So that's a bit of blue tack. That's from my previous experiments with putting weight in. So you can see here where I've put this wire from here to here, and that was obviously on the drawbar. So I'm going to have to try and get the chassis, this big block here with the tender and the motor in, I need to get that out of this plastic bit here. So first of all, that commutator doesn't look very clean. I think this actually needs some new brushes and springs. That commutator looks very, very dirty, and I haven't run this engine all that often. So, oh, it's thundering again. This is all exciting, isn't it? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a service first, and then I'll see if I can get this block of metal here out of the tender chassis here. You might be able to see there, it is wobbling, so that's a good sign. But it's a good sign that it's wobbling, but we need to have it come out completely. So I'm going to give it a service, a full service first, because the commutator's looking dirty and that's not going to help. Don't know why, but in my experience, tender drive models seem to have dirty commutators quite frequently. So let's out. My finger, that's hot. Moving on, we have to pull this spade connector off, which is a pain. That's still really, really hot. Pony Kid says, oh no, here goes the AC/DC addict. I'm AC/DC addict, but in electronics, if you know what I mean by that. Alternating current, direct current, not necessarily the rock band. Really lame joke was that, wasn't it? Anyway, I'm going to have to yoink this out of here without losing the precious brushes and springs. Thundering again. And I'm going to turn the soldering iron off because it's warm enough in here as it is. So we're going to pull this off, if it will. Come on. There we are. So that's actually looking reasonably clean. I think it's just the brushes. The brushes do look a bit wet, which suggests oil has gotten somewhere it shouldn't have got. It's not me putting too much oil on. I guess just oil flows anywhere in a vibrating engine. Oh, the model shed is back. Hello, Kurt. You come back at the right time. We are giving this engine a full service first, Kurt, because as you can see, the commutator is absolutely filthy. And then we're going to take the motor block out of the tender chassis, which I will need your assistance for because I've never done it before, and you have. So I'll need your assistance in a couple of minutes, Kurt. But when I'm spinning that is really nice and free. So that's good. There's no friction loss there. I'm spinning that very, very freely, so that's good. So I might need your assistance in 5-10 minutes, Kurt, to get this motor block out the tender chassis. So I'll take the gears off because taking the gears off should make it easier to get the motor block out. I guess the only reason I haven't actually taken the motor block out of the tender chassis before, as I guess I've either been frightened of breaking it before I knew how durable these things were, or because I just didn't find it necessary. Because when I first got this engine, it run absolutely fine, but obviously as I've run it more, the axles have gotten dirtier. We don't need to file down these gears by sandpapering them, because I've already done that, so that's what's made it quite a bit quieter, this engine. Thundering again. So the armature spins nice and freely. So it's T-cut time. So I need my cotton buds. Chart there. It's T-cut time. Thanks to OL Bill again. Top tip. Here's my T-cut. Dip it in. Move that out of the way so I don't get T-cut everywhere. It's my dad's T-cut actually. Don't think it's ever been used. So then we dab this T-cut, if you're wondering what it is, it says on the label, safely removes swirls and marks from paintwork, T-cut rapid scratch and remover. So it's for use on cars, but it works well on commutators as well. So we've got to dab this on. A fair amount, I guess. It's not going to do much harm. And muck is coming off already. I shall get my bin actually. Well, we've got a new face in the chat. Very nice to see you. March West Junction TMD. Very nice to see you here, March West Junction TMD. Thank you for coming in the stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you for leaving a comment in. Very nice of you to see you. Very nice to see you, I should say. This is my rubbish bin, by the way, if you've ever been wondering up the loft. I could just buy a bin, but it's just an old coffee can that I put bits in and take it downstairs and dumping it in the bin. And I've just kicked the wheel on the bottom of the workbench. That hurts. Ow. So that T-cut's been on there for about half a minute now. So we should just be able to give it a bit of a rub with the end of this cotton bud. On the main line says, I love watching thunder at night over the beautiful rolls hills of Somerset. Somerset's a very nice place. The West Somerset Railway is something where I want to go. Obviously, because I've got it on Train Sim World. And we have actually got a Train Sim World video coming up in a few weeks on the West Somerset Railway. So look forward to that. So I shall make sure this commutator is completely free of T-cut. Yeah, ow, stubbed your toes on the main line says. Kurt says, put a screwdriver under the motor and then it should come out. I shall try that. I have tried it before. I guess I've just not been using it before. I have got a drill, so if I have to, don't know, drill something out to get it to come out, then I can do that. I've also got a hammer, so I can use one of my crappy screwdrivers like a chisel. But that's not something I want to do. Thunder again. I think if these were 5-pole motors, they'd probably run a damn sight better. Anyway, you can see there. That's the rain. Now, I might have to speak a bit louder because when it rains and it sounds proper bad in this loft. As you can see, commutator is all nice and shiny now, brand new. Well, it looks like brand new. That's how good T-cut is. So, I'm going to sort the brushes out and get another cotton bud. I don't think they need much work doing to them. I think they just need the ends of them cleaning. Like so. On the main line, yeah, we're going to have that all night, aren't we? Well, not all night, all stream, I should say. So that's the brushes clean. I'm fairly happy with how the insides of this looks in here. So I'm just going to clip it straight back on because I'm happy with how that looks. And the commutator is now clean, so that's one thing I don't have to do. So we can pop that in there. Clip. Is it going to clip? We can always whack it with a screwdriver. Yeah, that's clipped in nicely now. The model shed just says, where I am, a tree was just on fire. Wow, that was mental. So that means lightning struck it. You should record it, Kurt. You should record it, Kurt, and put it on your channel as a bonus video. Put the other spade connector on. I won't solder the other wire on yet. I'll do that later, I think. And then we have to pop open the brush caps. Like that. Pop one in. Pop the other one in. Pop. Pop. Some people don't like that term. I don't think James May likes that term. Pop it in. Pop the kettle on. But whatever. I was watching Top Gear earlier. So that's where James May's come from. Ooh. Spring's just thrown off. Chris Southgate, thank you for that comment. From home instructions, type A-frames motor, inserted from below, held in place by weight screws. What? Type A-frames, motor inserted from below, held in place by weight screws. There isn't any screws on this tender, I don't think. There's like a clip that holds on the little truck at the back. But there isn't any screws as far as I can tell. That's very... Come on. Pesky little screws. Right, let me make sure that's centered on there. That little dimple. I know you can't see this. That little dimple in there, then we put a bend in that like that. Smashing. Screws are on top. May not be right drive though. There isn't any screws at all. I've looked all over. And I cannot see any screws. It's very odd. Has somebody been fiddling with this? Apart from me. Right, let's just make sure we've got good brush tension there, which I think we have. That's all right. So that's in. Screws that hold the weights on. There isn't any weights. Look, it's just that. This is the motor chassis, and that's the tender. There isn't any weights at all. Not anywhere. Not on top. Not on the sides. None on the bottom. Yeah, I'm struggling to see any screws, unless the bottom part pops off. There is like a seam line. There's like this bit of plastic. Then a couple, maybe half centimetre in, there's like a seam. So, you won't be able to see it, but there's this bit of plastic here. Then there's a seam line. And then it's just solid there. So, Kurt said put a screwdriver between the motor and the tender chassis. Yeah, what's it called, but you know, yeah. I'm just going to test that this works. It does work. Lovely. Put that back. On the back, you can see a little gap. It goes in there, the screwdriver. Screwdriver, where did you put me the screwdriver? It's there. Ah, Chris Southgate, I think you are. I'm thinking you're looking at the Silver Seal ones. Or I know what you mean though. On the back you can see a little gap. Is it near the pin? The pin at the front? Because there's a gap there. There's a gap down the side there, and then there's two gaps there. Absolute mystery. Oh, it's coming! I think my screwdriver's bending a bit. I take it you've got a bit of OCD, my friend. Yeah, I guess. I won't say OCD, I just like everything to be in its proper place. I wouldn't say I've got that. I just like everything to be straight and in its proper place. Not that bothered. I just like everything to be tidy. I think it's like my brother. Well, it's definitely coming. It's moving up and down. But God. Like the motor's coming out. Oh, it's coming, but the plastic's also bending, which is slightly concerning. Right. Let me I'm going to see if I can drive this screwdriver in a bit further. Because it's nearly there. It's just not quite that. It's just not quite getting there. Like, look, you can see there, it's moving up and down, but it's just not coming out. So, going to have to buffer's fallen out. It's so close to coming out. I can see it all moving. Let's try it the other end. What's up with it? Come on. I can see it moving as well. It's moving. This is really annoying. And I bet when it comes out, it'll break, won't it? Typical. And everything's bouncing all over the place again. All my tools are wandering. It's not... God's sake. God, it's really warm up here as well, which will make it easier. Look in chat, George. Yeah, try the other end. I've just been trying the other end. Take the red wire out. Take the red wire out, then it's one of the ends. Get the hammer in there, says Pete. Okay, I'll take the red wire off. That's off. I guess I can pull this black one out as well. I can always put that back in later. And try one of the other ends. Right, we'll try this end. Come on, it's so close I can see it moving. Then there's also this bit underneath that I can't quite get at. I wonder if I use two screwdrivers it might work. So I put one on that end and put one on this end. And look, I can see it moving. It's just not coming out. Oh God, what's going on there? Right, it's very loose now. So we're nearly there, I think. I'm glad I don't have to do this more than once a year. Do we have to take that clip off? There's a clip here. I wonder if this clip has to come off. I best not lose that because that's going to be a pain to get out. Back. I wonder if this back boat... I'm going to take this back pony truck thing off. And Kurt, I agree with you. I don't think anyone's ever taken this apart before. As far as we're going today. Right, I'm taking this clip off because it's in the way. And it's just in the way. And I can put, that's one less thing to worry about. So that clip is off with the rear bogie. Let's not lose that, because that's going to be annoying to replace. Kurt is shouting at me to stop. The back bit is so hard to get back on, I have experience. Ah. Oh dear. Oh well, it's too late now. Sorry about that. I've probably just irritated a few people there. Well, at least it's out of the way until I have to get it back in the way to get it out. Right, I'm going to try from the side like you suggested, down here. When dismantling, use a screwdriver to ease frame of clip at loco end. Okay. There is a weird little thing in here, but if I stick my screwdriver in and prise it off, then it just bends the plastic. I don't think it's these at the bottom, is it? I can't see it being these at the bottom here. It can't be them at the bottom because all it does is bends the plastic. And there does look to be some sort of clip at this end. This is what goes on, by the way, when I struggle with something, this is what goes on behind the scenes when I'm filming videos like this. Where's my hammer? Batteries are going everywhere. And also, if they're not where they're supposed to be, the rattle, I don't think the workbench is entirely straight. So, in some spots, they make a weird rattling noise. It's up at the top. What about the top? Oh, it's not underneath. Ah, right, okay. So I am correct. So, loco end, says Chris Southgate. And it's at the top. So it is in here. I'm going to take it off the workbench for a minute. Ow, that's my thumb. Thundering again. I don't understand how they can make it that difficult for it to come out. There's also a clippish thing at this end. I just tried it. It's not on the side with the red wire, it's on the other end. Right, so it's this end then. It's nearly there. I just can't bend my screwdriver enough to pop it out. It's coming. I just can't bend my screwdriver anywhere because it just goes into the body. Oh, it's coming, but I just can't get it. Oh, it's actually coming now. I think. Pretty sure. It's not hard once you work it out. Thanks. I'm actually not being stupid. I'm doing what you're telling me, but it's just refusing to come out. So, might look like I'm being an absolute blithering idiot, but it's literally not coming out. It's not my fault if the wretched thing won't come out. Right, well, it is moving, and I'm aware how frustrating this is for all of you. So if it don't come out in the next 5 minutes, then I shall just move on. Oh, it's actually coming. The seam line's getting bigger now. Oh, yes. Well, the underneath of this engine ain't going to look pretty, but you don't look underneath anyway. It's actually coming now. Oh, it's so nearly there. And I'm going to stop using this screwdriver as well, because it's my new screwdriver. Oh, God, my arm. And it started raining. I am aware how annoying this is, but we shall get through it together. Hopefully. But if I ever have to do this again in the next year, it will be very irritation. Why does my arm hurt so much? I can literally see the motor coming out now, but it's just... Oh, it's actually... Oh, it's nearly there. I can see it, so I think I've worked out a method. You prise at that end until it nearly comes, and then you get in between the wheels. There's like a gap in between the wheels, so it separates from, and you just force at that. Oh, it's nearly there. It's actually nearly there now. I give it a gentle persuade. Come on, exactly. Right, I'm going to give it a gentle persuade with the hammer. Not on the workbench, because everything will fall over. Right, it is literally coming back. Sky's Trains is here. Thank you for joining Sky's Trains. Thank you for taking the time to come and comment. When the motor is out, take off the wheels and clean the inside. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do, because that will cure the problem of it juttering everywhere. I don't think taking the wheels off each end would make much difference either. There's bits of metal everywhere now as well. To get the vac out after. Switch back to the other screwdriver, it's a bit longer. Honestly, I'm surprised that there's people still watching at this point. But thank you for sticking with me. Oh my god. Oh my god, thank god. It's out. Oh, it's out. I shall now take a moment to be happy. On the main line, just delete Sky's Trace comments. Why? She's not saying anything. All I can see is hi. That's the only message I can see from her when it loads. Is it StreamYard been annoying and not showing me all the comments again? High is all I can see from Sky's trains. Slight lagging. What's Sky's train saying? What's Sky's train saying anyway? All I can see that she said is high, which is completely unoffensive. I can't go to YouTube, Kurt. My computer's not powerful enough, unfortunately. It's not powerful enough, so you'll just have to tell me what's going on. But it is out. The bottom of the tender, I can see how it goes in now. You can see the little holes there. One side of the tender chassis clips in there. No, I don't. All of them are in use. No, said high on man took it off. That's not very nice. Let me demonstrate. Everything's moved. The soldering iron is also moved. You can see there that, it doesn't matter, I'll do it a different way. You can see there that there's a gap there for one clip to go in, clip there for one clip to go in, and a clip there for another, well, a hole there for a clip to go in, and a hole there for a clip to go in. And it looks like the clips were what I thought they were as well. Oh, those axles are really dirty. That'll be why it's not happy. So the motor block is out. Kurt, by the way, can I just say, Kurt, by the way, do you know when you take the motor out, does it get easier the more times you take it out? I'd imagine it does, but when you took yours out, was it easier to get out the second time? That's what I'm interested to know. Oh, that is filthy. Oh, look at that. Kurt says yes, it does. Good. So it should be much easier to get out next time. Oh, it's out and I'm very happy and I've got muck all over my hands and the wheels are very dirty. So the clips, one of which is looking non-existent. That clip there looks a little bit worn, probably because I've been digging at it. And that clip there is almost non-existent. So, how's it going, George says on the main line? Good, thanks. It's actually come apart now. I'm sure you've been watching, but yes, it's out, everyone. Oh, I'm happy. Right, I'm just going to do a quick test with the multimeter. Oh, it took me so long before and less than 30 seconds now, so that's good to hear. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm in shot there. That's not good. Let me turn that camera off. It's not a good thing. I don't want to appear on camera. Let's go back to normal camera. There we are. Right, so multimeter time. If I check to resistance, stick, it's going to be the black wire. So if I do to the brush there, inside, put it there. So there is connection just from the wheels to the thing. Right, I'm back. Just bringing the cameras online. Yeah, the storm has killed the connection. Give me a minute to bring the cameras back. Right, we should have one camera. Let's try and bring the other one back. We are back. By the way, whatever malark is going on between Sky's trays and the main line, can you pack it in, please? Because I can't see what you're talking about, but whatever it is, give up. I just need to. One of my cameras is my brother's phone, and it's just locked itself because, well, that's what happens to my brother's phone, obviously. So I need to go find out the password for my brother's phone. We are back. We should have another camera on in a minute. Yeah, there we are. Right, give me 2 minutes. I need to go find out the password for my brother's phone. I'll be 2 minutes. Just give me 2. Go find the password out for my brother's phone. Because I don't have it. So give me 2 minutes. Won't be long. Right, I'm back. Should be back. We are. I think I'm back now. Loading up the phone. Are we back? And bye, Sky's Trains. Thank you for joining. Sorry I missed your thing. I was getting passwords and stuff. Right, here we are. We're back, finally. After Wi-Fi and problems. So anyway, I've just applied T-cut to these little, to these wheels down here to get them all clean and that. So I will polish them. And they look really shiny already. Which is good. Cleaning the axles on the loco part of Golden Eagle made a massive difference as well. So hopefully this makes an even bigger difference with it being on the tender. So that wheel is all nice and clean. Next wheel. That's all clean as well. And the next one. But yeah, I'm very, and others that commented on how to solve this problem, much appreciated as always. Getting it out was a nightmare, but the rest of it should be pretty easy now. But yeah, thank you all that helped. It was very helpful. So we've managed to solve that problem. Now, I haven't got any WD-40 contact cleaner. Excuse me a moment while I get the WD-40. I haven't got any WD-40 contact cleaner, but I have got WD-40, and my cotton buds won't actually fit through the gaps. So I think if I blast some WD-40 through the gaps, then that should do just as good a job. I used to use WD-40 for cleaning. Cleaning wheels, axles, commutators, probably not the best idea, but it works pretty well. So excuse me while I do this on the towel out of the way. Quite tricky, actually. Right, there we are, that's all done. Just try and dry the insides a bit as well by blowing air through. None of this WD-40 has gone onto the commutator, so that's good, because if it had gone onto the commutator, not commutator, that would have not been good. So that's that sorted. We've blasted some through there. I will just blow air through it to try and get any remainder of the wetness out, because it isn't conductive lubricant. The model says, does anyone know how to take the worm gear off? You mean this gear on the back? You've got to have the gear puller, and basically it's just press it on, like with a hydraulic press onto that shaft, so it'd be quite difficult. There's not really much point if I'm completely honest. If you just oil it, then that's all right. I will just check that it still works. Needs a bit of oil. But yeah, it does sound a bit rough. Might dribble a bit of oil on. Where's my oiling pen? Before I forget. Some on the back, some behind the gear. And some on the gear. And if I can find the oil, then I can do this. I'll put some behind the gear this way because I can't get in with that pen. That's some on there, and that one will get moved onto the gear as well. On the main line, probably is playing Thunderstruck, if I had to guess. So that's on there. Let's give it a bit of a test again. Oil is going everywhere. Good job I've got a relatively old t-shirt on. That sounds smashing. Yeah, I agree with you there, Kurt. With that comment you've put on. We are here to listen and have a good time, so can we just stop with the arguing? You don't need to argue on screen. You're both in the same house as each other. You're brother and sister. So if you want to have an argument, do it face to face rather than over the internet, please, because it does, honestly, it spoils the atmosphere. I know what you mean, Kurt. I have tried to hint that they should stop by being nice, but it's getting a bit repetitive now. Just, if you're going to argue, do it face to face, not on my stream, please. Thank you very much. Right, so that's all good there. I'll just make sure the axles are now clean. I'm just blowing through air through the slots to clear them out because I've had WD-40, so I'll put the wheels back in now. That's not coming off. I can't get that off now. My hands are all gunked up. So it should be that one that comes off, shouldn't it? Yeah. Why can't I get it off now? That's irritating. Can I hammer it off? Probably. Pliers, maybe? I Like Trains is here. Hello, I Like Trains. Thank you very much to join. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for putting a comment in the live chat. Is your A4 one of the ones with all of the tender wheels driven, or just some of them? Just 4. 2 axles, 4 wheels are driven. It's not an all-wheel drive one. I don't think any of them were, actually, if I'm being completely honest. So I don't think the wheels differ in any way, so I think I can just throw them back in. So that's gone in there. That one can go in, push on there. I'll probably get a bit of track to check the distance. Now, what we're fixing today, we're fixing a Hornbeak Golden Eagle A4 and a Fowler 4F Airfix if we get a chance. Forgive my crude bit of track, but it works. It's a bit too much movement. Yeah, that's fair enough, Kurt. So there's plenty of side-to-side movement there. Not too much, and that still runs on the track very nicely. So next wheel. I have to get the pliers again. I do it in unscrewing motion, that seems to work. I probably should not use my fat nose pliers. I probably shouldn't use my jeweler's type pliers. I probably should use my fat-ended pliers, but you use what you've got, don't you? Oh, that's in the wrong way. I'm glad I noticed that, otherwise that would have been annoying. That one there looks about right as well. Let's just check that runs on the track good. Pony Kid says, I'm going now, bye. Thank you for joining the stream, Pony Kid. Very nice to have you here. Thank you for commenting, as always. Take care and stay safe. I Like Trains says, all right, sounds very nice. Yep, it'll be even nicer if I can get it working. We've had a right 25-30 minute palaver trying to get this motor block out of that chassis. Doesn't sound difficult, but it was very, very difficult. I don't know why I pushed these wheels back on so hard. Love the A4 locomotives. They have the best sounding whistle in my opinion. I think I can agree with you on that one. They do sound very good. Sometimes maybe a bit of a feeble whistle, but, you know, I quite like them. I have messed up here. I've put the wheel with the traction tyre in the middle when it should be on the end. Like that. Slight cock up there. Is there it doesn't move or just a bad runner? No, it does move. Just the fact that when it's going along the track, it'll go along judder. It goes along fine for a bit, but then it judders, and then it goes on, and then it stops, and then it starts. And what's really annoying is the tender and locomotive sort of like bash into each other, so it goes along and then it stops, which causes them to move together, and then it goes again. So you get this like but you get this bumping noise that it jutters, so it goes along, and then it'll stop. It'll just stop, and then it'll go again. So it's just the axles on here need cleaning. It's just how these tender driving mechanisms work. They're a bit annoying, but they're okay. I mean, they're interesting to work on. But, you know. They're just a bit inconsistent. Or at least mine is. There we are. I do know why you're saying that on the main line. So that's spinning nice and freely, which is good. So now, hopefully, putting it back in the tender will be easier than taking it out of the tender. Now, which way round does it go? Does it go? Which way does it go? Does it go that way? Kurt, can you assist? Which way does it go? I can't remember. Is it which, like with the brushes? Which side of the brushes face? I can't remember. Is it that side? Seems to think it's this side, this way. Kurt, that's a job for you, is this? I should have really taken pictures, but it's difficult to do when I'm on the stream. Which side is it? Is it the brushes facing this side or the brushes facing that side? Something tells me it's this side, but I can't remember. It will only go in one way. You sure? Okay. I'll put it in this way to start off with then. Seems like I got it right the first time. Just needs to tap it home, as we say. If it will. Or maybe that isn't the right way. It's not going in smoothly, exactly. There's a bit of a gap. Does it go in the other way? Or can I now not get this out again? Yeah, it's raining very hard outside now. Ah, look, that one much easier to get out then. So I'm thinking it might go in that way, actually, because it didn't go in that way easily. Oh, no, it doesn't. I don't think it does. Yeah, it's not going in that way, so I was right the first time. I was right the first time. I don't think I just didn't push it hard enough. Yeah, the clip's on that side. So it's just there's a bit of a gap that it won't go in on that side. Does it sit on the track well? I think it's in. So it just needs to go on that bit now. Just not going in all the way for some reason. It's in the gap with the red wire, Kurt. It's just not at the back end, if you know what I mean. It's just not going in that way. This is very frustrating. Let's try putting it in that way first. No, that's not worked. It's just not going in. Oh, yesterday was 83rd anniversary of Miles Breaking 1, wasn't it? That's interesting. Didn't know that. Be interesting when she gets to 100. That'll be a very nice day, I'd imagine. It's just this end won't go in. It's the right way, because the other way wasn't going anyway. It's just that this end won't completely go in all the way. Me and Kurt are having a right job on here, aren't we? I mean, Kurt's providing the advice. I'm doing the doing. I think that's in, you know, because it's not going in any further. Is that looking? I think that's in, you know. It just doesn't look quite in, but I don't think it's fouling itself over points. I don't think. If it'll stay on the track and without the red wire in the way. It looks in. It doesn't look in, but it also does work okay. Let me try with HEMR again. I think it's in. Look, you can see there, it's not quite fully in. Look, you can see there's a bit of a gap at either end. Does that mean it's in? The clip's in at that end. It's not straight. One end is lower than the other. What? Does that mean there's something wrong with mine, or is that how it should be? Because this end is lower than that end. So does that mean that I've done something wrong, or is one end supposed to be lower than the other? Is that what you're saying? What are you saying? One end should be lower than the other, or are you stating what mine looks like? Is what I'm trying to get at. No, that's how it should be. Thank you, Kurt. You've been absolute star today. Thank you very much, Kurt. I think you've got the commenter of the month, or well, probably commenter of the year award. You've been absolute star today, Kurt. Thank you very much. Absolute star. Been very difficult, so I'm very, very glad that you're here, because I don't think I'd be able to do it without you, so thank you very much. Right, I think we can start putting things back together. Oh, before we do that, actually, it's soldering time. Powering along on the main line. Hey, good joke. I always like when you make jokes like that. I find it quite funny, if I'm completely honest. On the main line. We do love it, don't we? Well, we've had a good go at fixing these trains, haven't we? Might not get onto the 4F, depending on how this ends up. But, you know, I can always do the 4F in my own time. That's in the wrong way. So, let me feed that. I'm still going to keep all the added wirings at the bottom. Because there's no point taking that apart, because it'll help, won't it? The continuity with the tender drawbar is never the best, so if I add that little bit in, then that's good. It'll ensure that it works properly. Yeah, I won't. Don't worry. I'll test it by the loco with the loco itself. I've got my beefiest controller on the 4th radius line. The with the big beefy controller. My beefiest one. I think I need to let it warm up a bit more. I'm being a bit impatient. Do you know what I want to see? You know about Garter Blue A4s? I want to see Duchess of Hamilton running. And Evening Star and Union of South Africa. Because Union of South Africa doesn't run anymore, does she? You know, and that big Class 20. That big Class 20 in NRM and Union of South Africa. So I don't think she's running anymore, is she? I think when I went to see her, like the 3rd video on my channel, I think that was one of the last times she run, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, on the main line, I'll know, because on the main line knows everything to do with trains, doesn't she? But so on the main line is Union of South Africa running anymore? Or is she retired now? Because you'll know. Ow, that's hot. Because you'll know, won't you? Let me know. Yeah, I haven't really got that much money, Kurt, but it's my birthday coming up shortly. So, might get some more money and buy a non-runner off eBay and do it up or something. Obviously, there's the 250 subscriber special when I'm going to fix an engine and send it out to one of you in a giveaway, aren't I? So, don't forget that. That giveaway is still on. Tin the end of my iron, it'll probably work a bit better. When is that again? Whenever I get to 250 subscribers. My lad is special. I like trains. I get what you mean. I bet on the main line's researching about Golden Eagle now. Not Golden Eagle. Union of South Africa. Just can't quite remember myself. I know I've read it somewhere, but obviously I can't really look in the middle of a stream. It's a bit rude and unprofessional. Yeah, less than 100 subs. Union of South Africa can run on her own. But I don't think it does it much, especially during COVID because of the lockdown and boiler ticket. Yeah, that's the death of steam locomotives. Boiler ticket, or well, at least to my experience, that's what it seems to be. Boiler ticket expires. Oh, you've had it. Anyway, on the main line, interesting question for you. If they wanted to get Mallard up and running again, how do they acquire a new boiler ticket? Or why is a boiler ticket so important, actually? I should say. What would they need to do to get Mallard running again? And what exactly is a boiler ticket? I guess it's an inspection for the boiler, but what exactly does it allow one to do? That's an interesting question for you. Is the tender body on? No. not good. Come on. You were on a minute ago. Thing is, boiler tickets, as they get more expensive, the likely they have to pay off. I guess it's some sort of inspection in it to make sure that, I guess, they're mainline worthy. I kind of know what it is, but I've never actually been given a proper definition. Right, tender body is on. We shall test my handiwork on the 4th radius line. If I can re-rail the tender properly. Oh, Nelly. I haven't put the back bogey on ever. We best do that. A boiler ticket is like an MOT for a steam locomotive. It means that the locomotive boiler is good condition and safe to run the main line. Yeah, that's what I thought it meant. I thought it meant like that, but I've never been given a proper edition. I'd always just made an assumption. I did think it was something to do with that, but obviously if they're going to be costing thousands and millions, then it's not going to pay off, is it? Speaking of things running on the main line, got 2 train spotting videos coming on Tuesday. I won't tell you why it's 2, and I won't tell you which 2 they are, because you'll find out. But on Tuesday's videos, it's like a one-off special. It's a one-off special of doing 2 videos on a Tuesday. Just because I've been train spotting twice recently, and I wanted to obviously not have 2 train spotting videos 2 weeks in a row as a Tuesday video. So you got 2 videos coming on Tuesday. 2 train spotting videos, and I think you'll like them. I think you'll like the second one as well. The second one's not as exciting, I will say that, but it's still very nice. Guys, we're going to try and get some of my locos fixed. J50, J72, Old Triangle, Tornado, Mallard, and Class 55. But I'm going to save for a PC, and the PC will take a while, so hopefully I can send them off in the next few months. Yeah. Good luck with that, Kurt. I'm not actually being sarcastic there. I don't know. That sounded sarcastic for some reason. I absolutely didn't mean to say it sarcastic. Good luck with saving up for that, Kurt, and it'll be nice to see. Wait, you have a Triangle Tornado? I thought you had a Hornby one like mine. Or do you mean Old Triangle and or do you mean Old Triangle is separate to Tornado? But yeah, it'll be nice to see your engines up and running again. And I've made another cock up. You might be able to tell why. You have to submit a file to the society that owns it. The Department of Transport for Burn Network Rail, if I remember correctly. Grade 11 or higher. No, we're not trying and my Tornado. Okay, I get what you mean. I've made a cock up. You can, well, you know what it is. I haven't put the gears in. Whenever you're putting gears back in, you should always test they run smoothly before you put all of them in. So that wheel runs freely. So you should always test each stage of putting the gears in that it runs freely. And I've made another cock up, I think. Have I? I don't know. Will that go on there? Yeah, I really need to start remembering which way the things go on. Just like to say again to everyone, thank you for sticking with me. I know it's been a long stream, but I think we've talked about some useful things today, and obviously we've all got a little bit smarter, haven't we? Obviously, we all now know how to dismantle one of these. On the main line doesn't have that problem though, does he? Because he's got his he's got a newer model of Mallard, which I envy for him for having. It's a really nice model of Mallard, and I'm looking for a model of Mallard exactly like that, but I don't have the money yet. Gear clip retainer is going back on. And I'm going to run it for the first time. Hopefully, it's going to be the first time it's run properly in a long time. And I also mentioned, if you check the description of the stream, about it used to speed up and slow down a lot. Now, I don't think just cleaning the axles of the tender alone will fix that problem. So, in the description of the video, you can see I've thought about adding some magnets around the motor block in hopefully to improve the magnetic field so that it will run a lot smoother. Now, I'll have to dig out my selection of magnets because I don't know where it is. But I've talked about adding some magnets to hopefully cure the speeding up and slowing down problem. But I don't know if the speeding up and slowing down problem will be a problem still if after I've cleaned out the axle. So I guess we've got that to check out. I won't put the tender body on just so I can see what's going on. But we shall run the A4. Crikey! I didn't realise I already had the knob turned up on the controller. And I've just run it into one of my sidings. That's not good. Let's change the points. And it's stalled over the points. Maybe it just needs running in. Here it comes. It's not actually this jittery, it's just this camera. It's still not happy with the points, but it's not speeding up or slowing down actually, which is good. Oh, I'm so happy. I think that bit of points there needs a track rub. It's actually working very well. It is strange on the main line. Yeah, it's not happy with points. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's why. If I push down on the motor casing, then it runs fine. So it is just a case of need to put the tender body back on, so it has the added weight. But I wasn't expecting this. I thought cleaning out the tender axles would solve the problem of it. I thought cleaning out the tender axle I thought cleaning out the tender axles would sort the problem of it jittering about, which it has done, but I didn't think it had solved the problem of it constantly speeding up and slowing down. But I think it has. On the main line, we've got the tender casing back now. I think it's working. Yeah, it's not happy with the points still. But it's running without jittering. That's very good. See, some points it goes over fine, but on some it just stops. What do you mean the wheels are all out, Kurt? Golden Eagles never ever run that slowly and that consistently at all. It's amazing. Honestly, it is amazing what a little clean of axles and a little bit of persistence like that can do. Honestly, I'm amazed. It's just wonderful seeing. This is my first ever locomotive. Obviously, you know, I had a mainline standard 4, not the tender engine version, the proper big one. Obviously, you know, I had a standard 4, but that didn't turn out too well. It broke and I got this instead. I've told you all that story. I've told you all that story before. But at one point, I was thinking of selling this engine. My first ever proper working engine. I was thinking, I'm going to sell this because I'm sick of it not working. I can't get it to work. But I'm glad we've persisted. I'm glad we've done a stream on this. We've shared some really good knowledge today. And I'm glad it works. And I'm very glad I haven't sold it because it's a very nice detailed model. And it's also very serviceable when you can actually get the motor block out. You should get another standard 4. Don't worry, it's on my list. Do you know what's up with this set of points? It's just this set of points here that causes it to fail. Just that set of points there. The other 2 sets of points on this 4th radius track, it works fine. Speed is very, very consistent, which is very good. I'll just check nothing's catching. I think I know what's the problem. What brand is that point? It's Pico. All of them on my layout are Pico apart from one. I think it's this here. I think this little thing needs bending up, the drawbar. Just that one point. It's I don't know, it's a bit funny. I don't really want to swap it out because that'll mean having to rip up all half of my track again. All the other ones seem to do fine. I don't use FlexiTrack myself. Everything you see on my layout is normal Pico set track. I have had to customise a bit of straight at the back by sawing a bit of it off because it was too long for a double straight to fit there, but it was too short for a single straight to fit there. So the only custom bit is just a sawn off bit of track to make it the right length. I understand what you mean, I like trains. I understand what you mean by that. It's not having any points now. I think them little copper fingers need bending further together. If I can. That's making a much tighter contact now. So let's re-rail it again. So I think at this point it's just a trial and error sort of thing, getting it to run the best it can by manipulating the drawbar connection. It's derailed now. Come on, stay on the bloody rail. Oh, it's that now. It's the little blob of solder having issues. I'm away, you can't see anything. Apologies. That's in the way. I think. Just going to see how this works. And then I think I'll start bringing the stream to a close, because I'm not going to start fixing the 4F now. I'll do that in my own time. Yeah, that's that. It's that's the problem. That's the problem. It's just this solder here that's in the way. Just keeps getting in the way of the points. So I shall rectify that. Using a full bridge rectifier. I'm joking. That's Electro Boom, by the way, if you're watching. Full bridge rectifier. Using a full bridge rectifier instead. If you don't watch him, you should watch him. Absolutely fantastic channel. Nice one, good pun, says on the main line. Thank you very much. I don't normally do well in puns myself. I'm normally absolutely terrible. But, you know, I have my moments and I have my not moments, if you get what I mean. Is that going to work? His electric guitar one is funny, I agree. Oh, it's nearly making it over them points now. Eee. I like Train says he's going to go get his COVID-19 vaccine, so he's got to go. Thank you very much for joining the stream, I like Trains. Thank you for participating and watching and putting in a comment. It's been very nice to have you here. I'm going to start packing up soon in a couple of minutes as well. So thank you very much for watching the stream today. Take care and see you soon. Yeah, it's not doing fantastically over points. I'm going to do a bit of tweaking at a later date, I think. But it's not stuttering. It's not stuttering and changing speed randomly. It's just points now. I don't, unfortunately, Kern. Best bet is to look on eBay for a full A4 for a cheap price and salvage that. Just your best bet's eBay, really. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that point. It's not having it. I think it might just need a bit of a clean, maybe. But for the majority of the part, it is working. Yeah, I agree with you there on the main line. I think also the wheels could do with a clean on Golden Eagle. That's probably part of the problem. Anyway, I think I'm going to bring it to a stop. We've done well today, I think. Oh, just over on the camera. Hey, there we are. Anyway, we've had a good stream today. We've fixed Golden Eagle. We've stopped randomly changing speed. We have stopped the jittering. Still a little bit of jitter on the points, unfortunately. But I won't be able to fix that in today's stream just because we haven't got time. I won't be able to fix the 4F. But I'll fix the 4F in the stream and I'll fix this up. I'll tinker with Golden Eagle a little bit more to see if I can stop a juddering over points. Excuse me, and I'll let you know on how that goes. So I'll do a bit of twiddling. I'll probably clean the loco axles because they haven't been cleaned for maybe 5-6 months. I'll clean out the axles and make sure they haven't got any oil in. And I'll teak up the axles on the locomotive as well. Make sure all the wiring's in place and low resistance and all stuff like that. And I'll tinker with her a bit off camera as well. So we have really done well today. We've fixed up a lot of things. And we've also shared some good knowledge, had some laughs, And, just genuinely enjoyed the stream. Bit longer of a stream today, just because I had until 6 o'clock and we didn't have any delays or anything like that. Sorry about the Wi-Fi going halfway through the stream. But anyway, so as always, thank you everyone for watching today's Sunday stream. It really has been lovely reading all of your comments and of course your questions and live chat. And I would like to thank you for all of your messages, and especially the model shed Kurt. Thank you very much for your help. I wouldn't have been able to fix Golden Eagle without you. So thank you for being here and thank you for helping me with the things like that. And just the fact that I am live and I can see all your discussions and comments and help coming through in the chat is why I enjoy this stream so much. I'll hopefully see you on Tuesday for another video. And we have got 2 videos on Tuesday. They are both train spotting videos. Do make sure to read the description of those train spotting videos because they do have some important information in them. Do remember to subscribe and like the stream if you enjoyed it. And if you could share a video or 2 of mine to someone you know, as I say, then that helps my channel out a lot. Also, if you could give the stream a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, then that would be much appreciated. Thank you all once again for joining the stream. It has been great to have you all here, and I do hope to see you again very, very soon. So, as always, the last thing for me to say to end these Sunday streams is indeed take care of yourselves, everyone, and bye for now.